Welcome students, this is the continued part of theory of origin of the pure rotational spectrum of diatomic molecule. In the previous video, we have got the expression for moment of inertia of a rotating diatomic molecule. What was that is I is equal to mu r square. Up to this we have derived in the previous video. What is I? I is the moment of inertia of the diatomic molecule and mu is the reduced mass, and this is given by the expression m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2, where m1 and m2 are masses of atoms of the molecules. m1 is the mass of the first atom and m2 is the mass of the second atom. And r is what? R is the distance between the two atoms of a diatomic molecule. And this r value, this is not going to change because the molecule is only rotating, it is not vibrating. So bond length, it will be fixed, that is capital R value is fixed, and the masses of two atoms, that is also not going to change. So here m1 m2 value, that is also fixed, so that what we can say is moment of inertia, that will be fixed, that is constant for a given diatomic molecule. Up to this we have derived. So now energy expression for the energy of a rotating diatomic molecule, that now we are going to derive. So we know that the molecule is rotating, it is not vibrating, it is having rotational kinetic energy. The molecule is having the rotational kinetic energy. In the lower classes you have studied expression for what? Rotational kinetic energy. So that is equal to half I omega square. I is moment of inertia and omega is what? Omega is the angular velocity of a rotating molecule. So since it is rotating, molecule is having the end over end rotation. So energy that it is having, it is rotational kinetic energy, and the molecule is not vibrating, so potential energy will not be there. So total energy becomes equal to total kinetic energy of the rotating diatomic molecule, and the expression for that, it is given by half I omega square. So where I is moment of inertia, omega is the angular velocity of the rotating molecule. So now we know linear momentum is equal to mass into velocity. This expression, this is very familiar, this we know. This is regarding the linear motion, and if the molecule is rotating, if the rotational motion is there, then the angular momentum comes, and that expression for the angular momentum, it is denoted by L and is given by I omega. So where this is linear momentum and this will be angular momentum, and this mass and inertia, this is for the linear, and moment of inertia, this is for the rotational motion. Here simply linear velocity will be there, here angular velocity will be there. I have written expression for the angular momentum of a rotating diatomic molecule. So that is equal to I into omega. So now from this expression, omega is equal to, I can write, that is L divided by I. So where L is rotational angular momentum and I is the moment of inertia. Simply call this as equation 1 and call this as equation 2. So now substitute the value of equation 2 in 1. What we are going to get? That is the total energy of the rotating diatomic molecule we are going to get in terms of this L and I. So here I becomes equal to substitute equation 2 in 1. So we are going to get total energy of the molecule is equal to half I as it is, and this omega square is there, where omega is equal to L divided by I. This becomes L divided by I whole square. And if you simplify this, what we are going to get? That is L square divided by, here I square will be there, one I get cancel out, you are left with single I. So here total energy of the rotating diatomic molecule in terms of what? In terms of angular momentum and the moment of inertia is equal to L square divided by 2I. So here this is kinetic energy only, since the potential energy is absent. So what the energy the molecule is having, that is pure rotational kinetic energy. So now from the previous expression, we are having value for moment of inertia. I is equal to, we are having, that is mu r square. That value you substitute here. So what we are going to get? E is equal to L square divided by 2 as it is into mu r square. So this is the expression for what? Total energy of the rotating diatomic molecule. Okay, now we have to go for the quantum mechanics. In the quantum mechanics, there comes a Schrodinger wave equation. If we solve the Schrodinger wave equation, then we are going to get expression for what? Angular momentum is equal to. So in the in paper 2 in the second unit there is expression for this angular momentum which is quantized for a diatomic molecule. For a molecule which is rotating, the angular momentum will be quantized, that will be fixed, and the expression for that is given by, this is L is equal to square root of J into J plus 1, this is H divided by 2 pi. This is the expression for angular momentum. This is the quantum mechanical solution of Schrodinger wave equation. If you solve Schrodinger wave equation, then expression for the angular momentum you are going to get is the square root of J into J plus 1 into H by 2 pi. This H by 2 pi is simply what it is called as, how it is written as, this is written as H cross. This cross over the head of this H. So this H cross means it is H by 2 pi. So in higher studies, they are not going to write H by 2 pi. In place of H by 2 pi, simply they are using H cross. So you need to come to know that what is H cross means. That will be H divided by 2 pi. So this is the quantum mechanical solution. So where, what is J? J is equal to rotational quantum number. Regarding the quantum numbers in the lower classes you have studied, principal quantum number is there, orbital quantum number, so spin quantum number is there. So all these quantum numbers are there. So here one more quantum number comes, that is rotational quantum number. So this is, if a molecule is rotating, so this quantum number we are going to represent. This quantum number J we are going to use to represent the different energy levels of a diatomic molecule, in what energy level the molecule is rotating. So that quantum number which represents the energy of the rotating diatomic molecule, that is J, rotational quantum number, and the value starts from 0, 1, 2 and so on. Here value starts from 0. Right, so this is the first energy level of the rotating diatomic molecule. Next energy level will be 1, 2, 3 like this. So J value starts from 0, 1, 2. So now this L value we can substitute in this expression. So that is energy expression is there, in that we can substitute. Call this as equation 3. Substitute the value of this L in equation 3. What we are going to get? This E is equal to this L square, it is there, L value square root of J plus 1 H divided by 2 pi is there. Square of that means this square and square root get cancelled, so you are left with J into J plus 1 H square divided by 4 pi square, this square of this 4 pi square, and this into 1 by 2i, 1 by 2i. If you simplify this, what you are going to get? H square will be there. This is 4 to the 8 pi square I, H square divided by 8 pi square I, and this term J into J plus 1. So this is the energy of the rotating diatomic molecule in terms of rotational energy levels, rotational quantum number J. So here for a given molecule which is rotating, H is constant, 8 pi square is constant, and here I is also constant, since this mu is constant and R is constant. So this term H square divided by 8 pi square I, this is constant. So this is constant into J plus 1. So here energy expression we have got, and here this energy of the molecule, this will be there in terms of joules. But here if you come to the electromagnetic wave, so we are not expressing the energy of the electromagnetic wave in terms of joules. Joules we are not using. So here what we are using is this electromagnetic wave. Energy of the electromagnetic wave can be expressed either in terms of wavelength, or in terms of frequency, or in terms of wave number. Right? So if electromagnetic is there, then wave is there, then we can express this electromagnetic wave either in terms of energy or wavelength or frequency or wave number. So here I am going to express this energy of the rotating diatomic molecule in terms of this wave number. So I think you know what is this wavelength and frequency, but this wave number is what? Wave number is there. So this is the wave. If you consider this crest and trough, this is treated as one cycle. This is one wave. So number of cycles per unit distance. If you consider 1 centimeter distance, 1 centimeter is there. So in this centimeter distance, so how many cycles are passing? How many waves are passing? That is called as a wave number. The number of cycles per unit length. So that is called as wave number. So now this I am going to express in terms of energy. I am going to express in terms of wave number. In order to express this energy in terms of wave number, what I am going to do is I am going to divide this by Hc. So if you divide this energy by Hc, so I am converting this in terms of wave number. This energy I am going to convert as wave number. How means? So we know from the basic Einstein's equation, E is equal to h nu is there. So where E is the energy, Planck's constant, and this is the frequency. And again this frequency, this we can express, this we can write as a C by the lambda, right? So nu is equal to C by lambda, and here h into C as it is 1 by lambda is there. So 1 by lambda, that is written as nu bar. This is wave number because this energy is directly related with the wavelength, and this is directly related with the this energy is directly related with the frequency and directly related with the wavelength, and it is having inverse relation with the wavelength. So here this 1 by lambda is there. Hc as it is 1 by lambda I am going to replace by the wave number, that is nu bar. So here E is equal to hc into nu bar is there. So here E by hc is equal to, if I write, then what I am going to get, that is nu bar. So here nu bar is equal to E by hc. So that's why if I divide this energy term by hc, I am converting this indirectly to the wave number, that is nu bar. This term represents nu bar, and that is equal to these all things as it is, h square divided by 8 pi square I into 1 divided by hc, and this rotational quantum number j into j plus 1. So now I have converted this into per centimeter or else per meter, whatever the unit you are considering, that one. This I am converting as wave number. Per unit length we are measuring, so length we can express in terms of centimeter or meter, so that this will be what? Per centimeter. This will, earlier the energy were in terms of what? In terms of joules. Now I have converted that as in terms of centimeters. So if we simplify this, E by hc, this represents wave number, and that is equal to, an h get cancels out, h divided by 8 pi square I into c, I into c, and here j into j plus 1. What is c? C is the speed of this electromagnetic wave, that is equal to all these terms being constants, h divided by 8 pi square IC, I is constant, c is constant for a given wave, and this h is also constant, so this term becomes constant. So all these things are there. This I am going to replace by one constant called as a rotational constant, and that is represented by B. So here this is B into j of j plus 1. So this represents wave number, right? Energy I have expressed in terms of what? In terms of this per centimeter. So this is energy of the rotating diatomic molecule. The expression for this is equal to, nu bar is equal to B, where B is the rotational constant, and the value of B is what? H divided by 8 pi square I into C. This is the value of rotational constant, and this is rotational quantum number j into j plus 1, right? So here is the expression for the energy of the rotating diatomic molecule. This we have expressed in terms of what? Per centimeter. So now the molecule is there, it is going to absorb the radiation, it is already rotating, it will absorb the radiation, and again it will rotate faster, it will go to the higher rotational energy level, again it will absorb the radiations, it will rotate still faster, so that it will go to the higher rotational energy states. And these rotational energy states, this we are going to represent by what? Represent by the rotational quantum number j value. So already I have told this rotational quantum number starts from 0 and j equal to 1, 2, 3. So these are the higher rotational energy levels. So molecule will absorb the radiation and it will go to the higher rotational energy state. Higher rotational energy state means what? It will rotate faster. So now, so what will be the energy for different values of J? So that I am going to show here. So here nu bar will be there. This is the wave number. For the rotational value, rotational quantum number J is equal to 0. So what will be the energy of this rotating diatomic molecule? This becomes, if you substitute here, J0 means what? This all terms becomes equal to 0 and the value of nu bar, that is equal to 0. Next energy level. If the molecule will absorb the radiation, then what happens? J value, it will go to the higher energy state, higher rotational energy state. For that, J becomes equal to 1. So if you put J equal to 1 in this expression, in the energy expression, what you are going to get? So this wave number becomes equal to 1 into 1 plus 1, that is 2. So the value of this energy level, that becomes equal to 2B. And again, if you substitute J equal to 2, what you are going to get? That is 6B you are going to get. Next energy state, that is 12B you are going to get. So this is the energy that I have expressed in terms of what? Wave number I have expressed. So now see, a molecule which is there in the lower energy state, it will go to the higher energy state. But now see, the molecule, there will be a rule, selection rule is there, some rule is there. The molecule which is there in the lower energy state, which is there in the first energy state, this is called as ground state. From here to, it has to go to the next energy level. This is possible when it is going to absorb the radiation, but directly from here to here, this is not possible. So this is not possible. There occurs the transition between two consecutive energy levels. But direct energy level, direct transition to the next energy level, it is not possible. That is called as the selection rule. So here a molecule makes the transition and the difference in the J values, that should be equal to either plus or minus 1. Either it should be plus 1 or minus 1. The difference between the J values, that should be plus 1 or minus 1. Then only such a transition is possible, otherwise no. Let us see, this is the energy that the molecule, already the molecule is there in the ground state. It has to absorb the radiation. How much energy it needs, that is 2B is needed in order to go to the next energy level. Energy of the first energy level, this is ground state and this is the first state. Energy of the first state is 2B. The molecule which is there in the ground state, it has to absorb the radiation which is having the energy equal to 2B. It will absorb this one and it will go to the next energy level. But here, directly from here to here, it is not possible. If you give the radiation which is having the energy 3B, 4B, 5B, directly even if you give 6B, then also transition is not possible. Here the transition is possible only when if you send the electromagnetic wave which is having the energy 2B, then only transition occurs, otherwise no. So here the energy, that is what in the lower videos I have told, energy is quantized, rotational energies are quantized, it is fixed. If you give 3B, then no transition, 4 not possible, then 5 also not possible. When it is possible, if you give 2B, then it is possible. For the molecule which is there in the ground state, even if you send 6B, then also no possible. How much it requires is 2B is enough in order to make the transition to the first energy level. So it takes the 2B and then it goes to the higher energy state, first state. Then again, even if you send next energy level value is what? 2B. Already the molecule which is there in the first state, it is having the energy 2B. In order to make to the second energy level, how much it needs? 6B is needed, but 2B is already there. Difference is what? 4B. If you send an electromagnetic wave which is having the energy 4B to the molecule which is there in the first energy state, then it will go to the next energy level. Here step by step, one level to the next level transition occurs, but by skipping one level directly to the higher energy level, it is not possible. In the quantum mechanics, it is forbidden. So here there is the selection rule in order to tell the transition, when the transition occurs. That is what this is, the difference between the rotational quantum number should be equal to plus or minus 1, then only transition occurs, otherwise no. This is called as what? This is called as selection rule. For the sake of understanding of this, I will make one more diagram. Let us consider the molecule is there in the first energy state, that is 0 energy it is having. If you send a electromagnetic wave, that is microwave, if you send, which is having the energy 2b. If the molecule absorbs the electromagnetic wave which is having energy 2b, it will go to the next energy level, and the energy of the next energy level, I have told this is 2b. Next one is what? 6b. Next 12b it is there. Next again 20b will be there. The molecule is going to absorb 2b and it will go to the, it makes the transition to the next energy level. So it comes to the next energy state, that is first energy level 2b. Again the molecule which is there in the first energy state, if you interact with this molecule which is there in the first energy state with the electromagnetic wave, by giving the energy, how much energy difference is there in order to go to this next energy level, how much difference is there? The difference between this energy state is 4b. So here we have to send the electromagnetic wave which is having the energy 4b. Already it is having 2b. If you send the electromagnetic wave which is having energy 4b, then it will go to the next energy level. So electromagnetic wave that should have the energy 4b. And the difference is 4b, so that we have to send the electromagnetic wave having energy 4b. Then it will go to the next energy level. So here the difference between the next energy level and this energy level is how much? 6b is there. Difference is 6b. Already the molecule is having the energy 6b. So here we have to send the electromagnetic wave of energy 6b. Then it will go to the next energy level, that is 12b. So now see the difference between the electromagnetic waves that we are going to send here. This is what, how much energy is needed. Difference between this electromagnetic wave and this electromagnetic wave, that is 2b difference is there. Again this between these two electromagnetic wave, 2b is there. Again these two, 2b is there. The difference between the waves that we are sending, that is constant. How much it is there? That is 2b is there. So now see, the molecule is going to absorb the radiation and it will make the transition, and this one transition that refers one line in the rotational spectrum. Spectrum will be there. If we observe this phenomena in the spectrometer, then one transition that refers one line in the spectrum. So this line, this represents transition of a molecule from one energy state to the next energy state. Then again, next, the molecule which is there in this state, it will absorb the radiation, then it will go to the next energy state. Again one more line will be there, and the difference between all these lines that remains fixed. All these lines 2b is there. So the difference between the lines in the spectrum, that is fixed in the rotational spectroscopy. So this is by the understanding we have got, we come to know that the lines, what the difference is there, separation between the lines, that is going to remain constant, that is 2b for the rotational spectrum, but mathematically we have to derive this expression, right? So already we know the basic expression for what? Basic expression for the wave number. Wave number is equal to b into j plus 1. So this is the energy of the rotating diatomic molecule. So this molecule is making the transition to the higher energy state, then only we are going to get the line. When the molecule absorbs the radiation and it will go to the higher energy state, then only the lines will appear, right? So but there is a selection rule, that rule is there. What is the difference between the rotational energy levels should be equal to plus 1 or minus 1, then only transition is possible. If the transition is possible, then only lines we are able to get, otherwise no. So that is what, for the sake of understanding, I am considering this expression, that is nu bar is equal to bj of j plus 1. This is the expression that we have derived. Transition is possible when this transition takes place from this energy state to the higher energy state, that is 0 to 1. If you consider, then only transition is possible. So this basic expression is there. J to J plus 1 transition is there. Let us consider the energy level J. Here J to J plus 1 transition will occur. So here I have written the expression for the energy of the molecule which is there in the J level. So this molecule will absorb the radiation and it will go to the higher energy state to J plus 1. Higher energy state value is J plus 1. So for this transition, J to J plus 1 transition, we are going to get what? This spectral line. One line we are going to get. So wave number of this line, if we write expression for that, what we are going to get? This nu bar is equal to J to J plus 1 transition is there. For the jth value, this is the expression for the energy level of the molecule. And for J plus 1, in place of J, I have to substitute what? J plus 1. For that again, what I am going to get? This B as it is. This is the constant J plus 1 and this is J plus 2. This is for the next energy level J plus 1. This transition from here to here transition takes place. This energy state to this energy state, and this transition gives line in the spectrum, means this nu bar for the spectral line, for the wave number of the spectral line. Spectral line we are going to get when the molecule makes the transition from this state to this state. Then the wave number of such a line, expression for that what I can write is B constant from both these terms, J plus 1, J plus 2 minus J of J plus 1. Right? This is the expression for wave number of line in the spectrum. If you simplify this, what you are going to get? This is equal to B from these two terms, J plus 1 is common, take that common. Then again, what you are going to get? This is J plus 2 minus J. This becomes J plus J minus J becomes 0. What is left? 2 is left. So this nu bar is equal to 2 times B of J plus 1. This is wave number of one line. Wave number of one line in the spectrum, and this occurs when molecule make the transition from J to J plus 1 energy state. I hope up to this is clear. This is wave number of one line. By the understanding I have told, the spacing between the two lines, for all the lines it is a constant, that is 2b, it is there, but mathematically we have to prove this one. So now this is wave number of one line when molecule make the transition from J to J plus 1. Again, if you follow the same procedure, if the molecule is making the transition from J plus 1 to J plus 2 energy state, then again one more line you are going to get. So for that, again if you find the wave number for that next line when transition taking place from J plus 1 to J plus 2, then that is given by nu bar is equal to B constant from both the terms. What will be there? J plus 3, J plus 2 minus this J plus 2 minus J plus 1 will be there. If you simplify this, what you are going to get? B constant, again from both the terms J plus 2 is common, and next what will be there in the bracket? J plus 3 minus J minus 1. Next this is equal to this plus J minus J becomes equal becomes 0, and 3 minus 1, that is 2B into J plus 2. So this is what wave number of the next energy level. Then the difference between these two energy states, difference between these two, that gives what is the spacing between these two lines, that is delta nu bar is equal to the spacing between two consecutive rotational lines. Delta nu bar is equal to this minus this. So 2b is constant from both the terms, and here J plus 2 minus J minus 1 will be there, and this is equal to delta nu bar, difference in the wave number of two consecutive rotational lines, that is equal to these all terms becomes, this becomes 0 plus 2 minus 1 becomes 1. So here what we are going to get, that is 2b. 2b is the difference, separation of the lines between all consecutive transitions. If you substitute the value of b, B is equal to, already I have told, B is equal to H divided by 4, sorry, this is H divided by 8 pi square IC. And here this becomes equal to 2 1s are 2 4s are, this becomes equal to H divided by 4 pi square IC.